Hello people, it's me again. Today I'll be showing off my cleared map in Balloon Spike City. Well, technically cleared, there's still a few shadow spots here and there. Like this spot here. Kind of a bit shadowy here. But for the most part, it's pretty much cleared out. Gotta say, quite proud of this accomplishment. Oh, well, there's a spot right there. Screw it back to the mouse. So yeah, clearing the map is definitely possible, and it's actually not as big as you would think. It doesn't like expand infinitely or anything, and it's pretty cool and whatnot. And yes, I did place a farm on the corner of the city. I did that because I could. Anyway, now that I shut off the place more or less, figured I'd spend the next few minutes just talking about my experiences with this game, you know, like what I did to start off, what I did to beat tiles, you know, just explain what I've done in the game and what I've enjoyed, etc, etc. If you were just here to check out the city, you could probably leave now. I mean, this probably doesn't apply to you. Unless you want to hear me talk about the game, then feel free to stay. I'd appreciate it. Let's first talk about the upgrades. What I like to use is mainly just a nice variety of tier 3s and like 1 or 2 tier 4s. The only tier 4 I really use is the Balloon Jitsu. That's because of those 5 shurikens, great for popping power and great for Moabs, and with that soon Moabs come in the later game, this upgrade is a huge asset. Another thing I use is the Monkey Intelligence Bureau, which is in my opinion the best upgrade to use against the DDT, the new threat in this game. This enables all towers to be able to attack that very dangerous balloon, and I don't know what I'd do without it. And I normally like to follow it up with an Arctic Wind. Underneath the Monkey Intelligence Bureau, as you see here, Arctic Wind is quite literally able to wall anything that is not a Moab class balloon, and that is pretty good. And of course, where would I be without my Moab Maulers and my cluster bombs? Oh, how I love these two things. And cluster bombs, I still think, is very overpowered for its price. Not saying the upgrade itself is overpowered, I'm just saying for the price it's offered at, it's pretty freaking powerful. Funny enough, I've yet to buy many upgrades simply just because I try to be careful about what I buy. I want to conserve my cash and buy other things like bank upgrades and monkey v monkey stuff. You know, I've heard a lot of good things about the Moab Shredder spikes, yet I've yet to buy them. Are they really as good as people say they are? Might consider giving it a shot sometime. I also heard some good things about the Juggernaut, and I can understand why, because with the huge popping power and the big damage to ceramics, plus the fact that it's one of the most cheapest tier 4s in the game and in the city part of the game, I can understand why it'd be pretty freaking good, and something I might consider looking into some other time. Yeah, I think for most of this week, I'm probably going to buy a whole bunch of tier 4 towers and experiment with them, you know. See what works, see what doesn't. Because if I could find a better strategy than what I have now, that'd be just awesome. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, for special missions like Consecrated Grounds, I would suggest getting the Robo Monkey. I didn't do a video on the Consecrated Grounds special mission because I didn't really feel one was necessary. It's just 10 rounds, and all 10 rounds are a joke with the Robo Monkey. That's all I really gotta say. Okay, let's, but, yeah. Pretty much, I can find a use for pretty much every tower in this game, even, like, the glue. I mean, glue is just pretty awesome. Every tower has a use. Except for the sniper. The sniper kinda sucks in this game. I mean, no offense, but due to that dense amount of balloons in the later game, and how much crap is just thrown at you overall, I just can't find any use for this tower. That's a shame, really, because I want to like this tower. I want to use this tower. But I just can't make it work. It's a shame, too, because it's great at Moonstar Defense 5, and not enough bad at Moonstar Defense battles. Okay. Just pretty much want to talk about that real fast. Let's talk about the special items. There's a total of like 10 special items you can get. Now you might be curious about what these 5 are, but I think I have a good idea what they are. Yes, apparently you can actually get more than one of the same special item in this game. I asked an administrator about that. His name is Aaron, and I asked, say, what's with these 5 empty special item slots? And he says, apparently you could stack certain special items like the magic coin purse and the epic magic coin purse. Sadly enough, I did not manage to find duplicates of these items in my city, and that really is a shame. Anyway, but yeah, onto the special items. Magic banana bag. This is really great to get early on. Like, if you can get this right when you start off in the game, it will help you out a lot in the long run. Blessed dart. It's okay, I guess. Like, every 5th shot, the dart monkey has a little extra pierce. Pretty nice. I mean, if you're using dart monkeys, that's gonna help you out. Banana replicator. Also another great item to get early on. Increases the maximum cash your banana farm can hold by 150. Which still helps me out today, cause, you know, every little bit counts. The revenge stick. If you love doing lots of monkey versus monkey, this will be a huge help to you. Danger plutonium for free might not do much, but sometimes it can actually help out a little bit more than you think. The portable dart monkey. Honestly, unless you also get this really early on, it might not be that useful for you. But if you love spamming dart monkeys for your strategy, then this will help you out pretty nicely. And the coin purses. Probably 2 of the best special items in the game, in my opinion. These 2 items stack together and you get 250 cash altogether, extra starting cash from when you start a game. Oh, and that helps out so freaking much. It's amazing. If you can get these 2 special items, you're pretty much set. I'm dead serious. Logistical boots. Okay, I did not pronounce that right. I am terribly sorry. Gives you 10% extra city cash. Now you might think this is an item you're better off getting early on, but I beg to differ. Because then it gives 10% extra city cash for every tile you beat. And the later tiles, you get more cash for those tiles. So statistically, this item actually gets more effective as you progress through the game. The magic spanner. Assembly of all vehicles becomes super easy. Monkeys and buccaneers cost 5% less than normal. If you love spamming aces and buccaneers, this will be a very good item. Will help you out very nicely. Dark Temple Idol. I hate to say it, but I really don't like this item. Why? Because the Temple of the Monkey God is probably one of the least useful upgrades in this game. Not because it isn't powerful or anything, but simply because, due to how the game works, it's so hard to afford a temple in-game that it just isn't worth getting. Terribly sorry about that. I think I'll just cut that out. Okay, yeah, back to what I was saying. Due to how difficult it is to get the temple in this game, this item just simply isn't going to help you. Granted, I did actually manage to get it in spite of the new RAM limitations this game has, but I can tell you from experience, it just isn't worth it. The bottle rocket. This inconspicuous old toy gives all your missile turrets 10% extra attack range. This is actually pretty useful, because I love spamming cluster bombs and Moab Maulers, and All extra range is always pretty nice to have. The enchanted boomerang. Not too helpful for the glaive ricochet, but works wonders for the bionic boomerang. Getting this item early on will help out your boomerangs very nicely. Ninja scroll. Another one of my most favorite items. Gives ninjas 5% faster attack speed. Now that might be a pretty small amount, but I can assure you it does make a difference. And then there's Shard of Everfrost and extra sticky substance. Basically it slows down balloons for longer for each tower respectively, and yeah, it's self-explanatory. I don't really have to say anything on those items. Now let's talk a little bit about the tiles real fast. Now honestly, like there's different balloon ranks of this, like see DDT, see cluster Moabs, ZOMGs, cluster BFBs. Honestly, I don't find any of them any more or less difficult than the other. Except the DDT, I would actually rank those to harder, but that's about it. The ZOMG, I have to be honest. Not once have I ever actually been threatened by this balloon. Like, by the time I get to it, I have so much defense that, yeah, I take it down like any other balloon. And for anyone else who's played this game and they face the ZOMG, I'm pretty sure they've seen the exact same thing. But, well, everyone's experiences is different, and I'm just explaining mine. And then there's that camo plus sign right there, and a regrow plus sign right there. Those are camo and regrow assault maps. Regrow assault maps are definitely the worst of the two, but camo assault ones can be pretty dangerous. Basically the point is, approach these maps with caution, and you're gonna want to. The DDT can be pretty tricky if you don't have the right stuff. What I like to use for those is to has a whole bunch of Moab Maulers underneath the Monkey Intelligence Bureau. Does the trick for me every time. I've heard of other interesting methods like Dartling guns and the Moab Shredders like I was talking about earlier. But considering trying does that against the DDT, I can see that ending pretty well. Let's see, what else to talk about, Oh yes, the honor system. Honestly, okay, there's not much to talk about it. Not to mention, it's kind of a bit wacky right now, like, it's kind of not working well, like, sometimes I lose honor when I'm not supposed to, other times I just don't gain any honor when I win or lose an attack, or anything like that. I'm assuming they'll be fixing that in a future update, but, honestly, yeah, not much to talk about with the Monkey v. Monkey. I think that's about it. I'm just explaining. Yeah, I'm just using this video to explain some of my experiences with this game, and you know how much. Basically, it's a fun game, and dear God, I suck at this. Look, it's gonna be worth your time. I had a lot of fun with it. Sure, there are some problems with it, but certain those will be kinked out because the game is still technically in beta. It's an open beta, so any problems you will see should hopefully be fixed in the future. Okay, I'm just going to end the video right here before it gets any more awkward. For anyone who actually stayed here long enough, thank you for watching. Have a good day.